Here it is. Knock, knock. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to mow. Here it is. Knock, knock. Here I am knocking. Hope you are there opening the door. The session has commenced and your company required. So that thing that we do, we're going to be focusing, as you've already seen from the title, on Peter Obi now presenting what essentially will be his substantive running mate. So we've been posting videos on the platform relating to this guy, this character that Peter Obi has brought forward. So now he makes the presentation. The unveiling takes place today, and what we're making of it, we react to it in real time. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobian. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 all the never do. They were singing out, holy, 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 all who never do. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 all who never do. Is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. And he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa namno wow. Hey, ana mekele maduche mefo. Mwanemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Sing along, holy, 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 holy. Is another Savior.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobian. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 all who never do. They were singing out, holy, 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 all who never do. Is another Savior. Holy, 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 all who never do. Is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. And he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In ọma dịka ya bika kọkwa na m n'ụwa. Ana m ekele Maazị Chemefo.
And there it is right there, the Holy Holy song from the eastern parts. Holy Holy. So the big news of the day, of course, a lot of you would have already heard it. We trailed this announcement yesterday heavily in the yesterday session, and we spent quite a lot of time debating this. But it is now official. Hold on. Let me just make sure that I spelled something right. All right, bear with me 1 second. It is now official. Obi unveils Datti Baba-Ahmed as Labour Party vice presidential candidate. And there it is right there. It is factual, it is categorical, it is official, and it has been announced. So there it is. But there it is. But what are you making of it? So the presentation, Obi unveils Datti Baba-Ahmed as Labour Party vice presidential candidate. So there it is. And there it is. There it is, and here he is. 2023. Why I accepted to be Peter Obi's running mate, Datti Baba-Ahmed. So we hear from the horse's mouth, and then he speaks to the space that he newly occupies, justifying and explaining and giving reasons why I accepted to be Peter Obi's running mate, Datti Baba-Ahmed. So there he is, Datti Baba-Ahmed. And of course, the reactions coming thick and fast. Let me go to this one before I go to that next one. All right. And of course, the reactions coming thick and fast. Peter Obi's choice of Baba-Ahmed, political suicide. The Jadenyoju, of course, a virulous critic of the Peter Obi space, but quite why it is political suicide, we'll find out shortly, at least in his opinion. Peter Obi's choice of Baba-Ahmed, political suicide. Deji Adenyoju making that headline. So quite was led Deji through that. Shortly, we hold on. Hold on, sorry. All right, brilliant. So sorry about that. So quite was led to that headline we find out shortly. So this is something we discussed earlier in an earlier session, and then we get answers to the reasons why. Why I was absent at governorship debate. Adeleke, of course, are speaking. So Senator Adeleke, who's running then for the Osun State governorship position, he being one of the front runners, Arise TV organizing a debate for all the runners and riders, he conspicuous by his absence, justifies it now. Why I was absent at governorship debate, Senator Adeleke takes the center stage. So back to matters Peter Obi, we can't seem to escape this guy, so we might as well surrender the headlines to him whilst he continues to occupy that space. Northern Youth Group lampoons Kwakwanso over comments on Peter Obi. So maybe there's been a paradigm shift in the political landscape of Nigeria, which a lot of people are being caught off guard by. This is something that you must give room to speculate on. I think even Alexander Gomez came on the platform, one of his rare appearances, telling us that you people should not be too dismissive of this thing too readily, because it's gaining fervor everywhere he looks. So it's gaining fervor in the north, would you say? Northern youth groups lampoon Kwakwanso over comments on Peter Obi. So we know the sort of comments that Kwakwanso makes about Peter Obi, but which one especially irked the Northern youth? So we find that out shortly. So this now we land on. So Ludo takes action against task force officer for sapping Odumeje. So there's absolutely no way he could have wriggled out of that, because it's so public and it's so decisive, and it's an open and short situation. And the governor that purports to present himself as a new broom cannot have this happening under his watch and not act and just look the other way or in the normal manner that they all do. So Ludo acts quickly, but what action has he taken? Soludo takes action against task force officer for slapping Odumeje. So that's the menu. So lean back, kick back, relax into it. The usual protocol: click on the like button as you're coming in. Click on subscribe if you haven't done that already. Click on the hyperlink that says StreamYard highlighted on the screen. Click on that if you want to come join me on the screen to discuss any or all of these talking points. So as I said about the clickings, let me provide you with a little bit of a musical backdrop. Actually, let me come in via this now because this is appropriate to the topic of the day. So for this instance, let's go to this space, to it.
Yes, it's better than sacrifice. Do na 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 na. Babu baya baya obi. Jamu je kapa kapa obi. Babu baya baya obi. Jamu je kapa kapa obi. Jamu je kapa ilebo party. Na je babu baya baya obi.
And there it is, the yam 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 the law saying daba 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 Peter Obi, daba 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 Peter Obi. So daba daba Peter Obi, as guys, I bring you this. Obi unveils Datti Baba-Ahmed as Labour Party vice presidential candidate. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP, Peter Obi, has unveiled a former senator and founder of Bayes University, Dr. Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed, as his running mate. Baba-Ahmed was finally unveiled on Friday at the party's national secretariat in Abuja. Obi settled for Baba-Ahmed, a politician turned academic, following the resignation of Dr. Doyin Okupe, who had been the placeholder for the position. Baba-Ahmed, one of 33 children of his father, an Arab cattle trader with roots in Mauritania, hails from Zaria. Born in 1975, Baba-Ahmed attended the University of Maiduguri, where he studied economics up to master's level. He had his NYSC at the Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta. After his service here, he worked as projects coordinator, Bayes Research and Data Services Limited, and as Officer 2 in Nigerian Security Printing and Minting Company, Lagos. He also worked as a banking officer, First Bank of Nigeria PLC, from 1997 to December 1998, and then came back to become the managing director of Bayes Research and Data Services Limited in July 1999. January 2003, in July 1999 to January 2003, before venturing into politics. Baba-Ahmed was elected as a House of Representatives member for Zaria in 2003. In between his tenure in 2006, he bagged an MBA from University of Wales, Cardiff. The same year, he completed his PhD studies, earning the title of Doctor of Philosophy at the University of Westminster. As a lawmaker, he opposed the third term agenda of President Obasanjo. After leaving office in 2007, Baba-Ahmed returned to his base business group and founded Base University Abuja in 2011. Now he's the pro-chancellor. The same year, he moved back to politics and won the Kaduna North Senate seat under the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC. But note that that is Buhari's party, by the way. However, the Electoral Tribunal overturned his victory and he left office in 2012. He became a notable professor and expert on Islamic jurisprudence, so it's starting to come in. He is known to have been speaking up against corruption and the rot in the country's educational system. According to his biography published on the website of Base University, Baba-Ahmed was inspired to set up the school to rectify the appalling educational system in Nigeria. He hoped Base University will contribute towards fixing the system in order for Nigeria to realize its potentials and address various challenges. Senator Datti Baba-Ahmed is a well-accomplished philanthropist. Amongst many of his corporate social responsibility projects, he built and donated 2 junior secondary schools with total capacity of 4,000 students. It is worthy of note that the schools have graduated over 6,000 students to date. In 2015, Yusuf Baba-Ahmed was appointed Chairman Board of Trustee of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, Hope Alive Foundation, which campaigns for post-service economic survival of Corps members who suffered permanent disability during service. Senator Baba-Ahmed is currently the Managing Director of Base Research and Data Services, Chairman Base Construction Limited. His companies employ a total of over 1,000 people, including expatriates and highly skilled professional Nigerians from diaspora. So there it is right there. So that's the CV of the guy right there. So a lot to take out from that CV. So he has decent enough academic credentials for us, for him not to be dismissed as just another Danladi know nothing. It's certainly not a Danladi know nothing. It's a Danladi know something. So a Danladi knows something. So he has academic credentials. And I've been researching the guy. As you guys would have noticed, I've been posting quite a few of his backdated videos on this platform. He presents well. Also, he's well spoken. He seems to have a sharp enough mind. So those are pluses, of course. He's on the right side of the age that Nigerians are looking for. But then on the minus side is the son of an Arab cattle trader from Mauritania. So his Nigerian credentials under question, and he's an Islamic scholar when we're trying to escape now from the Islamization of Nigeria. So, I mean, is he going to turn the country against that Islamization agenda if he becomes the vice president is the question. So all of that wrapped into that readout, and we continue. So let's hear from the man himself. Why I accepted to be Peter Obi's running mate, Datti Baba-Ahmed. Datti Baba-Ahmed has revealed why he accepted to be the running mate of Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP for the 2023 elections. Correspondents earlier reported that Senator Datti Baba-Ahmed was announced as the Labour Party vice presidential candidate in Abuja on Friday. Speaking when he was formally unveiled, Baba-Ahmed said he accepted to be Obi's running mate because he believes in Mr. Obi's capacity to make Nigeria live up to its billing. He added that he also trusts that Obi would not mismanage the nation's wealth, adding that the outing of the Labour Party candidate as Anambra governor lends credence to that. Recall that Dr. Doyin Okupe, who earlier announced, Dr. Doyin Okupe, who was earlier announced as the LP vice presidential candidate, resigned on Thursday. His name was substituted. His name was submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) as a placeholder to beat the submission deadline in June. So there it is right there. And here comes the criticism. Peter Obi's choice of Baba-Ahmed, political suicide. The Adeyanju, of course, a know-nothing who purports and presents himself as a know-it-all. A know-nothing who presents himself as a know-it-all. As the 2023 election approaches, Deji Adeyanju, a former youth leader of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), on Friday said the decision of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi to pick Senator Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed as his running mate is a political suicide. Correspondents report that Senator Baba-Ahmed, who is in his 40s, is the proprietor of Base University Abuja and Baba-Ahmed University in Kano. The official unveiling of the vice presidential candidate is expected to be announced today, Friday. But Adeyanju, who has been feuding with Obi's supporters, said Baba-Ahmed cannot deliver something as ordinary as his local government area. It is political suicide to pick a vice presidential candidate who cannot deliver something as ordinary as his local government area for you in a presidential election. Anyway, everyone will wake up from the social media delusion soon. Kwakwanso can deliver his state, and many former governors will also do well. When we criticize, we are doing so with deep understanding of Nigeria. One thing is clear now: this is nothing serious but a social media good feeling presidency dream. But this guy, I think, is looking for a beating. I think he's prodding at them because he knows how they will react. So he says that one thing is clear: this is nothing serious but just a social media good feeling presidency dream. Adeyanju wrote on his verified Facebook page. So that is the criticism from the Adeyanju. But how much veracity does it have? So Akim Baba-Ahmed, or whatever Yusuf Baba-Ahmed, Deji Adeyanju says that he cannot deliver his local government area, but I think Deji Adeyanju may have misstepped in an understanding of what is going on. This guy is not being asked to deliver anything, Yusuf Baba-Ahmed. He is asking to deliver, what Peter Obi is actually asking him to do is to deliver Nigeria. And if you go through the archives and read these guys and listen to these guys' politics, it is exactly the sort of politics that you want to be hearing nationally. People of our ilk in society, people who sit in the place that people like some of us sit in society, the tone and texture of Baba-Ahmed is what you want to hear. And if he's able to deliver it, then that is what you want to see. And his politics is in tandem with Peter Obi's politics. And his politics is even more detailed than Peter Obi's politics. So if this guy thinks it's about delivering local government, anyway, he's always been, he's always been a half brain anyway. So the Adeyanju, quite why is just riding off their Luther narrative to keep popping up in the headline. So anybody that pays anything, pardon me, let me have a sip of water. Anybody, pardon me, anybody that pays any attention to what the Adeyanju has to say, that person needs a medical checkup, especially a psychiatric one. So from the psychiatric needing attention, however I'm intending to say it, the Adeyanju to this. Why I was absent at governorship debate, the dancing senator speaks. The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, has revealed why he was absent from the governorship debate on Wednesday. Adeleke, while speaking on his absence from the debate, attributed it to his busy campaign schedule. And there it is right there. He's too busy campaigning to debate the people that is campaigning against. in order to defeat them once and for all in a debate. So there it is. 4 governorship candidates in the state engaged in a debate organized by Arise TV on Wednesday. The governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Governor Governor Boyega Oyetola, candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Goke Omigbodu, Akin Ogunbiyi for the Accord Party, and Yusuf Lasun of Labour Party participated in the debate. Adeleke, however, failed to appear for the debate, which lasted 2 hours. The PDP governorship candidate, in a statement released on Thursday, said he was in villages and local governments campaigning whilst the debate was ongoing. The statement released by his media aide, Oluwole Rashid, reads, on Wednesday, the candidate returned late from Ede from a local. The statement released by his media aide, Oluwole Rashid, reads, on Wednesday, the candidate returned late to Ede from rural campaigns to towns and villages, which insisted on hosting the gubernatorial flag bearer to directly listen to details of his 5-point agenda. The candidate also used the local tour on Wednesday to meet opinion leaders and sectorial groups with special submissions on what they expect from a PDP government if elected into office. The governorship candidate thanked the people for the special meetings, noting that meeting the people was the most important thing in the campaign, where he had the opportunity to brief them on his 5-point agenda. So there he is right there. He was busy in the villages talking to Mama Muiwa to attend a meeting. This guy's just a clown, you know. Northern Youth Group lampoon Kwakwanso over comments on Peter Obi. So there it is. I got there. A Northern Youth Group under the aegis of the Arewa Youth Progressives Alliance has lampooned former Kano State Governor and presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Kwakwanso, over his recent comments that Northerners would not vote for the presidential flag bearer of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, in the 2023 election. Kwakwanso had, in an interview with Channels Television on Sunday, said voters from the North would not vote for the former Anambra State Governor or any candidate from the Southeast, but rather settle for presidential candidates from the Northern region. However, whilst reacting to the comments credited to Kwakwanso, the youth group's spokesman, Alhaji Sambo Galadima, in a statement issued in Kaduna on Friday, distanced itself from the former Minister of Defense, saying it condemned the comments in very strong terms, as the North was neither anti-progress nor xenophobic against other Nigerians. In the statement made available to correspondents, Galadima said Kwakwanso, who was a former governor of a cosmopolitan state like Kano, not only showed disrespect to the northern region, but also misrepresented the true characters of an average northern voter whilst portraying the North as retrogressive. Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso's utterance portrays the North as retrogressive and the average northern voters as northern voter as insensitive and unconcerned about the sufferings of Nigerians and the high rate of insecurity and economic woes bedeviling Nigeria, and rather concerned about having fellow Northerners and fellow Muslims perpetuate themselves in power. The statement said, nothing can be further from the truth. The Northerners experience the same level of frustration with the state of governance in the country that the average Nigerian from any part of Nigeria experiences, and wishes, like every Nigerian, that things improve for the better and that the most capable and most prepared individuals take charge of governance at difficult levels, at different let me take that paragraph again. Nothing can be further from the truth. The Northerners experience the same level of frustration with the state of governance in the country that the average Nigerian from any part of Nigeria experiences and wishes, like every Nigerian, that things improve for the better and that the most capable and most prepared individuals take charge of governance at different levels, including the presidency of the country, for the betterment of Nigeria. The North has not fared any better in infrastructure or living standards merely because a Northerner or a Muslim is the president of the country. The former governor of Kano State insults the North by portraying us as some insensitive group of people without the capacity to think for ourselves. This is not true. He sends the impression out there that our votes are owned by some elites and that these elites will decide how we will vote in every election. So he goes on and on, but I'm going to abandon it there because it's I think we captured the essence of what he has to say. So Ludo takes action against task force officer for slapping Odumeje. Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State on Friday announced that he has instructed that the task force personnel involved in the manhandling of Prophet Ohanemere, aka Odumeje, be treated in accordance with the rules of public conduct, which he roundly failed to uphold. Soludo, who disclosed this in a statement obtained by correspondence, promised that such will never repeat itself. Let me sincerely appreciate indeed Anambra for understanding with us as we take audacious steps towards making our homeland livable and prosperous. On this journey, imperfect steps will be taken, emotions will run wild, and opinions will grow thick, the governor said. With what is pertinent to note is that we shall remain undaunted, correct our imperfections, strive to put our emotions in check, and aggregate opinions that are in the interest of our overall good. Yesterday's outing has evoked emotions, not against the decision of the government, but the imperfect and unprofessional manner with which one of the task force members discharged his lawful duty. This is highly regretted and would never happen again. I have instructed that the task force personnel involved in the manhandling of Prophet Odumeje, it wrote out his full name, but I'm not going to attempt that name, just some hard conk, Eastern name, be treated in accordance with the rules of public conduct, which he roundly failed to uphold. We will continue to work to actualize the mandate you have given us. Nothing short of the best outcomes are guaranteed. On behalf of the government and good people of Anambra State, I condemn the assault and further ask for your continued support in the fight to restore the dignity of Onitsha and indeed the totality of our homeland. So there it is right there. So Luto takes an aggressive stance, but will he take aggressive actions? So let's come to it then. Saki, I see you. Saki, I see you. I did say Ajanle Koko just now. Exeter, I see you. And then, of course, Ajanle Koko, I see you. So good to have you, gentlemen. So I'm going to come to you first, Exero. But before I come to you, Exero, I want to play you this clip as an introduction to your champion's new mate.
The compliment is number. Yeah. A good money again. It's not too much.
To go and find car.
He doesn't know.
Find a red car and put so that he will be the
There is a crown there already.
So there it is right there. There's a crown there already, a smooth operator. So it looks as though you bagged a live one, X0. What are you then making of the Mauritanian turned Nigerian man from Kaduna State?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, one man.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I think this is the closest we have been towards achieving a truly working political space. This is the only time since I've known Nigerian politics where we have sound minds coming together. You see, like I used to say to this platform, a good market doesn't require so much advertisement. It sells itself. Did you hear what the Northern Group said to Mr. Kwankwaso. Yes, that's coming from the north. That's because a good market does not require too much of advertisement. It sells itself. Even in the north, they know their sons that can produce, that can deliver. It's not about who is Muslim or who is a northerner or who is from our own side of the divide. It is now, I mean, I'm very glad that Buhari failed woefully. Because if he had not failed woefully, it would have not dawned on the typical northerner to go for the caliber of people that they are now, aligning themselves to. They would have been, if you give Nigerians maybe security and maybe a good trading atmosphere, they will forget about good governance as long as they are able to manage. But it is good that now they cannot even manage, and now they're not even sure of. They're not. It's not even. No, the country is no longer safe. So now they are turning towards better brains, better minds, and younger people who can do the runnings, who can walk the walk, not just talk and lie blatantly to the people. So I think it's glaring. Even you yourself can see that we are approaching that.
What do you mean? Even me myself, I'm not on the other side.
Yes, but
I'm on the side of the people.
No. But even sometimes you like to play the devil's advocate. But even you will not be able to play that devil's advocate when you see sound, young, ready to work people. These are people who are coming in a time where we have nothing. We don't have anything now. Our capital is so low. Our currency is so low. Our GDP is so low. We are not producing anything. So this is the time where hard workers and sound minds are needed. And the North knows this. They know that we don't have any money to share anymore. But what we have is that we have land in abundance in the North, which if you turn Nigeria into a production base, the North is going to be the richest part of this country. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Go to anywhere. Because oil is not sustainable. One is going out of phase. Two is not environmentally friendly. So we cannot be selling raw materials. So if you want to go to the nitty-gritty of producing your own products and selling to your own people, which means you now have to enact policies that will dissuade importers, but now encourage inside buying between states. The North is the richest part of Nigeria. Take it or leave it. Take it to any bank. You cannot produce. You cannot make factories in a place where there's no space. You need land and you need electricity. And the North is going to be the major hub of West Africa and Africa itself. So we are getting there. We are getting there again, gradually. So this is the message to pass, So these are the people to do it. I'm very happy. After this year age, we are going to further go down in age to the point where a 30-year-old man would have left his father's house, would have gotten married, would have settled down, would have started preparing for his own children. Instead of what we have today, where 40-something-year-old people are still living with their parents, have left school, no jobs, are still hoping on God. These people, Peter Obi and this hard
are you vesting too much, do you think, on this Peter Obi storyline that is going to? So this is a walk on what our storyline you are presenting.
No.
Is it the second coming?
Let me tell you what I'm vesting on.
You know this is where it usually gets out of hand.
But let me tell you what I'm vesting on so you understand.
Yeah.
I'm vesting on the fact that they are going to come in to an office where there is no money, they are going to literally turn water into wine because there's no money to steal. And the world is gradually phasing out the oil, the dependence on oil. Every wise man knows that if you invest too much in oil, it will fail. We can be having one maybe occasional ups in the prices, but what will happen when everything settles down again? Your investment will be gone. So you don't need to invest in oil. You need to invest in things that are sustainable, which is sunlight, which is other forms of energy, and which is agriculture and production. Give us electricity and make us produce, and we will sell within Nigeria. Nigeria is like 20 countries put together. States can do businesses together. You understand? So I really appreciate the fact that a northern group had to tell Kwakwaso to his face.
Don't worry. There has always been northern. I'm not sure that. I know that you know that the north is not some homogeneous sort of a space.
Of course, I said it here one day.
Yeah, but there was never a point in time that you did not have a dissenting voice from the north that goes against the norm, especially amongst the chattering classes in the north. So these people now, they're not representative of the voice of the north anymore. So than Kwakwanso is representative of the voice from the north. They are just representative. No, hold on. They are representative of a voice in the north. That is what they are. So they are not speaking for the north. They are speaking for a peculiarity of a particular section of that space.
No, I disagree with you. You know why I disagree with you?
Go on.
Let me tell you how I disagree with you. You see, even though we always know that there are different factions in the north. I mean, factions. I mean, there are different school of thoughts and different ethnic groups, as well as different. How would I put it? Different.
We've never seen them like this before until Peter Obi came, Abi.
Exactly. Because no,
come on, man.
This is what I want to.
This is where people move away. This is where people move away. It's coming. Yeah.
You put that one into my mouth. I wanted to say something else. I wanted to tell you that when Buhari was coming out, you dared not. I repeat, you dared not in the north. You dared not vote another party or campaign for another candidate. They will.
Sorry. What do you mean?
They will lynch you.
What do you mean?
I will tell you something.
Well, we have election results now. So what are you talking about?
Yes. I will tell you something.
So campaigns in the most darkest and most furthest flung part of the north.
I will tell you something.
And they want to him as he was campaigning. Don't say things like that now. Come on, man. Come on now.
Let me learn.
This is where people always depart from Peter Obi. It's this sort of narrative.
No. You're making me a Peter Obiist. Let me land. I'm like you. I'm picking the safest and the best out of the pack. Just like you. Because I won't have a Peter Obi and go for a Tinubu, or a Peter Obi and go for an Atiku. What does Atiku or Tinubu want to offer me? But I will go for a Peter Obi who is practically out of the box. He has not been in that seat. He has not been around the corridors. So what we are going to have are people who, at least for the first 4 years, are going to try to achieve something before they get lazy and like that.
What do you mean Peter Obi has not been around the corridors?
Being around the corridors of a state governance is different from the federal. Tinubu has been roaming around the corridors of power and the national. The same thing Atiku has been there before. Obi has never.
Do you know what the Federal Executive Council is?
Obi has never been in the Aso Rock.
No. Do you know what the Federal Executive Council is? Do you know it?
Please.
But the Federal Executive Council is a gathering of all of the state governors with the president to make national decisions. That's usually how Obi was a two-term governor.
Yes. Listen, man. Don't derail it.
No, but you are the one.
Even if you are in the executive council, Your
Why are
influence.
you describing Obi as out of the box? Somebody out of the box.
No, I'm coming. Let me just
He's
answer.
not out of the
Let me-
box. He was a senior member of the PDP for 10 years.
Let me explain to you
For 10 years.
One man, Obi being a member of the FEC does not give him leverage because his party was not prominent. His party was not a leading party. So you cannot say he had so much influence. He's just a member there. Remember they told us about the South governors when they talk. What
do you mean? It was part of the ruling party. It was a PDP man at the time. Oh yeah, it was Abga. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, you see now. Yeah, so that places it for you. Now, when I say Obi is out of the box, I'm not meaning that Obi has never smelled power. I'm meaning he's out of the box of that national government. He's never been in the corridors, dallying with those people there, taking contracts or all. So he doesn't. He's coming in.
How do you know that? You are making a lot of assumption on this guy's.
No, I'm not making. I'm talking from the grounds of him being in minority party when he was governor, and since he left government, we've not seen much of him. Unlike Soludo, who was called in to serve, to work with the APC, he was not.
So we've not seen much of him. He's been a top functionary of the opposition party for 10 years.
And have they been in power?
He's been at the top echelon of Nigerian politics at the presidential space for 10 years.
You can be at the top echelon of a party, but you don't have power. You don't have power.
Obi is not an outsider, so don't say he's an outsider because
he's not an outsider when it comes to the politics, but he's an outsider when it comes to the corridors of power, like Buhari and his
somebody that was vice president to Atiku in 2019.
He was vice president.
What does that mean? What does that?
Obi
vice president on the ticket of Atiku 2019.
Was he vice president or a candidate?
X0.
Come on, X0. Don't be talking like this.
I was hoping this session. I was hoping to cut. Hold on. I was hoping to cut the Peter Obi space a little bit of slack in this session. I wanted to celebrate him, but you people, you always push it.
No. It's just like we are heading to the same direction.
Because I'm impressed. I'm impressed but I've been looking at that Datti Baba-Ahmed all the way through from yesterday till today, and he impresses. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to celebrate. But now you are trying to do the embellish to be something now.
You don't just like the talking about Obi to come from people like me. Because
what do you mean?
Maybe you like to say it on your own words, in your own terms.
No. I just want to say it based on facts.
Look. When you are marketing Obi, yes, you can market it, but don't describe him as a person that never been part of the political class in Nigeria. Don't describe him like that.
Okay, but I never said so.
It's going to look like to people as if you are.
No, I never said so.
Oh, all right, carry on, X-Zeros.
What I said in effect is that he might have been
market him in a nice way. Yeah. Market him in a nice way. Don't say that it's a new. It's not.
All right. Let Ajandeko land the point.
It's one of the top functionary of PDP, and on that basis, he got the vice presidential position with Atiku in 2019. If the election was not rigged, Obi would have been vice president today. They won the election, but the election was rigged. We saw it.
Yes.
So
right.
don't say it's not an outsider. Obi is not an outsider at all. So let us just say it the way it is. He's bringing something new. He's bringing a new campaign, but it's not an outsider. That's the truth. Okay, can continue.
Ajalekoko, when you go to Aso Rock and you sit down there, then you become an insider. But if you have not sat inside Aso Rock, like OBJ has done, like Atiku has done, or like Tinubu has been roaming around the Aso Rock with his friends, you are not the same as an Obi. That is what I'm saying. But as per whether he's been in politics, of course, he knows politics, but he has never had Nigeria in his palms like this and had the choice of making it better or making it worse. No, that's what I'm saying. He's going in there to see for himself and then to decide whether he wants to be better or worse than those who are his predecessors. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said we need an outside the box, not somebody who has been inside Aso Rock. You understand me? Because if somebody who's been inside Aso Rock comes in again, he already knows all the things that are there, and he already knows he will not be eager to work because he's lazy. If Atiku is coming back, what stopped him from trying the first time?
But Atiku is even further removed from Aso Rock than Peter Obi now, by your own metric.
See, if you handle Nigeria and you handle the NNPC and you handle the Manufacturers Association and you see what they need, and you were not able to sanitize those paracetamol, then my friend,
I'm not sure you should attack Atiku's record. Atiku has a stellar record as a vice president. He has a stellar record. I'm not sure if you want.
He was with OBJ. The NNPC failed to remove subsidies.
But is Peter Obi saying he is going to remove subsidy?
No. But we are saying what we are saying is most of his messages are in that direction. State police, restructuring, subsidy, of course, is part of that restructuring we are talking about. So what are we saying? It's part of his message. It's part of his message. So I'm just saying I'm not marketing him because I'm like you. I'm falling to the safest bets. At least we need a person. We know that these other guys are yam heads. Let us put it the way it is. If they are not yam heads, then they are intelligent thieves, and we don't want any of those two. We don't want yam heads. We don't want a smart thief. What we want is somebody who is smart and ready to work. Period.
All right, let's look at this new guy, Datti Ahmed Baba. So what are you making of him? I'm assuming that you, like everyone, you would have looked him up to see what the cut of his GB is. But what is your assessment now of this new element?
In fact, I'm more pleased. The guy his aura is very pleasing. And when I heard him speak, I was even more marveled. You know, I tell you something. You don't find a northerner of that class every day. They don't come out. And that guy, as silent as he is, had 2 universities to his name. 2 universities.
But he's only 45, so how did he come about that?
No, but what I'm just saying is his choice of investment is what's thrilling me, not how it came about. Because, like, I will put it the way Abacha's son put it. When you know certain caliber of people, you have opportunities. You know, you cannot tell me that if you know some kind of people, you cannot get opportunities to get the license for school. And when you get the license, you cannot call in investors. But his choice of investment, that's what is thrilling me. He invested in education. I mean, this guy, to an extent, is an academic. You know,
he's an academic. He's a PhD holder. So,
yes. So these are the kind of people we want, because an academic might not.
Goodluck Jonathan was a PhD holder too, by the way.
Oh, I doubt if that guy really went to school. Let's not
Goodluck Jonathan.
Let's not talk about Jonathan.
Look at
Let's
that.
just focus on this new books. So this guy, in fact, I'm so happy for the North that they have people like this, and we have been seeing all along.
Are you surprised that they do? We've always known that they have this quality. I mean, when we have people like Black League coming here, we know that they have quality. When we have people like Black is from the North, we have people like Jafar, so we know their quality.
Oh, really? Really? Well, yeah. But they're not.
You know that Papaso is a PhD holder too. Do you know that?
Do you know what
Papaso is a PhD in water engineering? Do you know that, Zero?
I know, I've read his profile, but those are the kind of, just like Jonathan too is a professor now or something like that. These
So
are
his
the kind
own
of
PhD, his own PhD is lesser than Abi.
no. They are.
His
There
own
are some people.
PhD, you know, that of Jonathan, everything is University of Rivers State, from his first degree to the last ever. It's in one school. Kwankaso did not do that. Oh, the PhD his PhD is in Britain.
See, Kwankwaso has
So
been in the corridors. He has been in the corridors. He was one time defense minister. He has been in the corridors. So I don't like it when PhD holders who are supposed to be smart fall in the category of trying to, you know, be in the status quo. You should have to be different. Show that you are.
And the fact that the guy is an Islamist from Mauritania, we look the other way for that. Should we look the other way for that? An Islamist from Mauritania.
I thought we had trashed this before. We trashed this yesterday, you know. This guy, we don't know where his mother came from. I did extensive research. There was no mention of his mother. So I will leave it there until I find out where his mother comes from. Apart from that, his grandparents and great-grandparents, there must be some part of his lineage in Nigeria before we start, because it's not good for us to conclude on somebody without really knowing the facts. And I don't think Peter Obi will go for somebody who will bring so much controversy.
Okay. Okay. Exiro, he became a notable professor and expert on Islamic jurisprudence. Is that cause for concern, or is that reasons to celebrate? Cause for concern or reasons to celebrate? A professor expert in Islamic jurisprudence. Cause for concern or reasons to celebrate?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you how I see this thing. You know, everybody's religion is their personal business. What concerns me most is what they do that will benefit humanity and will benefit the people of Nigeria. Whether he's a professor in Islamism, that's not where I want to focus my attention.
It doesn't concern you.
No, because that's his personal business. Because I know most of these northern kids.
He's an expert in Islamic jurisprudence, which is the Sharia space, as you know.
But listen to me first. What we are talking about here is a man who invested in 2 universities.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
Those universities are Islamic universities. So this is a man. That's where you can judge a man's mindset. If he didn't build Islamic universities, that means this is a thinking man who knows that you must be educated in other fields. So that is how you judge a person like him.
One man. It looked like this guy having same semblance with that of Pantami.
Yes, no, you know what I was actually thinking? I think he has the semblance of
this. Yeah.
I think he has the semblance of Tanko Mohammed. That's what I was thinking. But
yeah, because Pantami too. Pantami he have the same what do you call it? How do you describe his Islamic study now?
Sharia.
No, what does he have in Islamic? This you say you describe
he's an expert in Islamic jurisprudence, which is Sharia.
Same as Pantami. As Pantami too. Is it I think Pantami have the same qualification as well. Or who I think it's Pantami. You say.
Yeah, I think Pantami went to Egypt, didn't he, to go and do something similar Islamic studies. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, but it's not any reason to worry. Is what Exiro is assuring us of.
No, but you know we've spoken about this. There are so many sides to people, you know, and like I was telling you, most of these northern bigwigs, they make their children go through the Islamic phase where they learn about their religion. Doesn't mean that child will turn out to be.
Is an expert in Sharia in jurisprudence. So that's not.
Yeah, what does an expert do? An expert is somebody who has undergone a lot of studies. That's what an expert is.
No, an expert is a master. A master.
Yeah, but to be a master, you must study. That's what I'm saying. They send their kids to go and study because they believe that this is the way. That is what their parents do. Just like our parents send us to school because they say, go, you must be an engineer, you must be a doctor, because that is what they think. But when we come out of university, we become IT experts, we become musicians, we become all. That is how it is in life. Your parents have a substantial influence over you, but you come out to become what you want to be. That is what it is in life. Most of these people, their parents were pure.
No, to the level of expertise, it would not be his parents, because when you're an expert, you are talking about a master's to PhD level. That's the equivalence of mastery. You know, to be an expert in something is 10,000 hours of studies of that thing. So he would have been outside the influence of anybody before he pursued that mastery of Sharia.
For me, I just think that the guy had it all from day one. He had everything he wanted, so he had nothing to do with. He had nothing to struggle for, so he just focused on studying. That's how I see it. Most of these kids are like
he focused on study, but on Sharia law.
Some of those things that
do you think he will abandon his Sharia tendencies when he becomes vice president of a secular country?
What are the Sharia tendencies that has gone there? This guy has not even spoken once about Sharia.
No, his CV speaks about Sharia.
Okay, let me ask you something. Do you know that the former emir of Kano, he also went to those studies in Sudan, and he's a master.
Yeah, he's a fundamentalist. Is he not a fundamentalist?
Have you heard him speak about education in the North? Haven't you heard him speak? He said
you seem to be conflating this education as proof of somebody not having extreme views.
No,
they can do that now. That is nothing to them. They have all of the wealth of Nigeria to package an image for themselves. This is image packaging. A 45-year-old with 2 universities. You know, so let's get it right. Where is he getting the money from? Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, but I just told you that way. I suspect this guy's family is rich, no doubt.
His family is rich enough to be building universities. Arabs from Mauritania,
and they are well connected.
Oh, is that not the corruption we're talking about?
No. But you know,
it is not. They made money from hard work, Abi, from cattle from Mauritania.
No, that's what I said. There's nothing wrong in being well connected, because it's when you know people, you get things easily done. It's not corruption. That's not corruption, because but where it becomes corruption is where it is something that needs a square peg and you put a round hole there.
Right.
That's when it becomes corruption. But if you know somebody and you have the expertise.
So if a 45-year-old with 2 universities, owning 2 universities.
How old is Elon Musk?
Well, we know Elon. Hold on. We know Elon Musk's route to wealth. We know his journey to wealth.
Yeah,
what is this guy's job? Elon Musk.
Yes.
You don't know Elon Musk's backstory.
No, you tell me, because I don't.
No, you go and research it. It wasn't handed any money. It wasn't handed any money. Yeah, he has a PhD brain in engineering, which he used to facilitate innovation, which played out in a public space.
No. Elon Musk is not an Einstein. What he did was he saw an opening, and he had somebody that listened to him and made use of it.
Elon Musk is not an Einstein.
Not an Einstein. He doesn't know anything.
Where is he from? Where is he from?
From South Africa. He doesn't know anything about the space. You know that?
Go and do your research. But I don't want to get into Elon Musk. Elon Musk's trajectory, we know it. We know his pathway to wealth. He came through innovation. What is this guy's pathway to wealth? To be owning 2 universities in
so you understand the connection here. I'm not saying that a young man. What you're saying that is a young man cannot be that rich at that age.
No, I'm not. I'm asking what his route to wealth is.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm comparing it to Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not somebody who discovered HIV medicine and became rich. No, he's somebody who had an idea, which a lot of Nigerian youth have those kind of ideas. But he had somebody that listened to him, and they made use of that app, and the app happened to go international, and that's how.
All right. What idea did this guy have that Ahmed?
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. He had an idea of a school. He went to some people who know people who know people who get connected, and then
All
they
right.
gave him the
Okay.
license. That's how it is. That's what I'm saying. It's
It's
not
not the like.
science.
All right. Don't worry. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, but you know, but there it is. So that's the guy. Let me go on from you, Xero, for reasons of time only. But you still stay in the conversation, of course. But let me go to Saki. So Saki, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So as ever, it's longer, it's detailed and labeled anytime we do these sessions because we don't surrender to the fanciful. We like to nail things down. So you'll be surprised to hear me say that we're looking to celebrate this new person that Peter Obi is presenting us because I've been
Yes,
watching
I'm
him.
happy.
Yes, no, I've been looking at him since yesterday. He speaks very well. He presents very well. He's calm and ordered. He seems to have a brain. So we have to disregard then the fact that he's from Mauritania and Islam. We have to disregard it because this is what they are inviting us to do. So we
Yeah,
have to disregard that he's from Mauritania and is a Sharia person. So we disregard that, but instead we celebrate him for where his strengths are. So what are you then
yeah.
making then of Peter Obi's new champion?
No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Like I said yesterday, I told you that he was gonna unveil the guy today by 10 o'clock, and he did exactly the same way. So I'm very happy. I've read the guy's credentials, and I have done a lot of fact checks, and I have listened to him since 2018 till today. I've listened to most of his videos on YouTube. So the guy seems to be P2B is on the right path. He's on the right path. I'm really very happy and impressed.
Do you think it's a better choice than Kwakwanso?
In terms of popularity, Kwakwanso is popular, but Ahmed is still a very good choice. See, from the eye of Nigerians, if we should remove tribal sentiments, ethnic whatever, ethnic affiliations, and look on credibility, this will capture the minds of Nigerians. That is my own thought. I actually was on a platform yesterday. That very platform was 2023 presidential election, the Northern perspective. So a core Northerner was being interviewed in that space, just to know how they think about what is happening right now and who they think is going on the right track. So that very person kept on talking about P2B, and that very person was trying to tell people to disregard the way we think about North. He started by saying it is wrong to be seeing the North as dominated by Fulani and Hausa. That North is not just Fulani and Hausa. That North has more ethnic groups, than any other part in Nigeria. So he was like saying that we shouldn't think that North is just Hausa and Fulani. That the P2B's message is actually resonating right now in the North. So I pray. This is the kind of leadership I want to see in Nigeria. This is the only thing that will happen, and I'll be proud.
Saki, what do you think? What do you think the Mauritanian will be bringing to the Peter Obi ticket? What are you looking to see from him?
Yeah, it's perfect complementarity. It's the guy is just an image of Peter Obi. In fact, if you see whatever he was saying, you will see that it's two of them perfectly aligned. They are taking the same approach. The guy has been talking about
mind. Do you think he has a superior mind to Peter Obi?
I don't know what you mean by having superior mind.
Okay, carry on.
Saki Father, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Saki Father, because one man keeps calling him a Mauritanian, do you think Northerners see him as a Northerner? like true core Northerners, the average Northern man?
I don't really know. I don't know until the whole campaign starts. Let's not just make conclusions right now until the whole campaign starts. You know. But if this person is really a Mauritanian, why would they not accept somebody like Hakim Baba-Ahmed to be their Northern Elders Forum, whatever? Is he spokesman? You know, if they are not accepted in the North,
Yeah,
what
but
will make the North to?
but the Fulanis, they don't acknowledge borders now. They see themselves as one people from Mauritania to Sokoto.
No, but it is not Fulani, it's Northern Elders, Northern Elders
Yeah,
Forum.
don't worry now. What are they not always? Every single governor in the north is a Fulani man. Every emir is a Fulani man. So
No, what I'm saying, like Solly was trying, like saying with the core Northerners, accept him as a Northerner. But I'm now telling him, like, for them to accept Hakim Ahmed as the spokesman of Northern Elders Forum, it means they also accept them as Northerners.
all
That's
right.
my take on that. Yeah.
All right, brilliant, well put. And to the Jaden, you're just saying that he couldn't deliver his own local, that he would not be able to deliver his own local government area. Do you think that Adenyoju is missing the point that what this guy is actually being presented to do is not to deliver a local government area, but to impress Nigerians in the tone of the politics that Peter Obi is already championing, so that Nigeria vests even more confidence in the ticket?
Anyway, I am quite disappointed in Deji. I've followed Deji.
He has always been a fool now. Why are you
I've always followed him, and I thought he was championing when Shole was in court, or rather was detained around 2019. I follow Deji, and I thought he's really somebody that has the minds of the people. So I am very surprised for a lot of utterances that are coming from him these days during this political season. It is unclear. I don't even know who he is actually supporting, you know. And I'm very disappointed that he is going against that, which I consider to be good.
I think he has a running battle with the obedient movement because they've come after him so aggressively. So they are now having some little back and forth. You know what the obedience are like. You know,
but I don't know who is he actually supporting, because I don't really know his position. I don't know who he's actually supporting.
Whoever has the most dollars to give him, none, you know.
Because I thought he will support Showole, but I've heard him say that Showole, his friend, is a very stubborn guy. Like he will never agree to, all those kind of talks. So I don't really know who is actually supporting, But then this political season, it's really opened. It really gave us a kind of reasons to understand certain things in Nigeria. Like this Reno, is it Reno Mokere? That guy has presented himself in the past as a Puritan, but during this political season, the things that come out of his mouth, makes me to begin to actually think. And I came to the conclusion that everybody is guided by self-interest and that pecuniary benefits, and that is why they are saying whatever they want to say, So I don't really understand that Deji and Co. But I'm really disappointed in him. Yeah.
All right, brilliant. Well put. So, pardon me. So Saki Father, as you know, it's a very short session in the afternoon. So let me go on from you to Ajanle Koko. So Ajanle Koko, have we lost Ajanle Koko? Oh yeah, we've not lost him. So Ajanle Koko, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, brilliant. So Ajanle Koko, the news of the day, of course, is been confirmed now. Datti Baba-Ahmed, the running mate of Peter Obi, have made the effort to dig him up, and I'm sure you would have been checking him out as well. He certainly caught an impressive figure. That much we can say. He's articulate. He seems to have a brain in his head, and he knows how to express himself. He seems to have an understanding of the Nigerian landscape. It seems to have solutions to prefer, and it seems to have antecedents in politics to suggest that he's for the people. So is this then a good choice, even a better choice than Kwakwansia, the Talakawa champion?
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Let me urge our listeners around the world to please click on the like button, share, and subscribe if you have not done so. And if you're on the platform, please do the same if you haven't clicked on the like button. One man, this guy on the paper with his educational background is fit for that position, well qualified for that position. Is the kind of person that we want to see in the lead of our country. But with the political space look right now in that country, particularly with Obi, I don't think that guy can win vote for Obi. He cannot win vote for Obi in the north. That is just the reality. That's the fact. He doesn't have the political. He's not a political shaker. He's not one of the political power in the north. And the politics of the north is different from the politics that we play in the south. What drives politics in the north? Number one, religion drive it, and religious and ethnic background drive it as well. So, but that guy is not an advantage to Obi in getting that desired vote to help him to the position of president. It just tells me that Obi has failed in the north. And if you cannot win the vote from the north, there's no way you can be president of Nigeria. He's not one of the leading political.
But are we mistaken to still be using the already established matrix to look at the Nigerian political landscape? Because a lot of people are of the thought that there's a new type of politics evolving out of the Nigerian space. And I think that a lot of people are also suggesting that Nigerians are looking to make their decisions for themselves. So these political power blocks that traditionally sway elections, they might not be able to sway elections anymore, especially given what the Nigerian populace have suffered in the last, especially 8 years, and really throughout this democratic dispensation. Because the tone that you are hearing, that a lot of people are hearing from the electorate, it runs contrary to what has always obtained. So is it an error somewhat not to acknowledge the pivoting of political thoughts in Nigeria?
See, let me tell you this, one man, whether we like it or not, the big politicians are grassroots politicians. And when you are a grassroots politician, you will surely win. It means that, yeah, you are a politician that will win election anytime, any day, because you are known at the grassroots, you have the structure at the grassroots, you know you are very close to the people at the grassroots, and that is what gives you electoral victory. But when you are not known, you are not a grassrooted politician, how would you get the vote? No, you can't get the vote. This guy is not a grassroots politician. How would he be able to compete with Kwankwanso? How would he be able to compete with others that are no name, are well known to the Talakawas and to the poor people at the grassroots?
Are you then saying, Ajanle Koko, that he's presenting this guy to look good amongst the chattering classes who like to see a well-presented, well-educated, well-articulated person, but really in the realness of politics, this guy brings absolutely nothing? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, it brings in nothing. This is politics. We want to go into political contest, and then you are bringing he has the head of the ticket, is just an imagined name in the national politics. It's just imagined. It's not an established name like Tinubu and Kwankwaso and other people. It's not an established name. And then you are bringing another person from the north that is not known by the people, person that is not close to the people. How will you get the vote of the people? That is just it's you cannot win election. He can't win. That guy cannot get no vote. He can't get people's vote because the people, politicians that are close to the people, politicians that they have a way of communicating to the people. Those are the people that are known.
Do you think? Sorry, Ajanle Koko. Do you think the politics being played is to the educated minority within the Nigerian space? Do you think this is the politics that the Peter Obi space is playing to the educated minority within the Nigerian space? Because to the educated minority, of course, they would immediately lap up this sort of a guy, who is exactly what you want to see. But is that the politics that they are playing to the educated minority, and is it winning politics?
That is the politics they are playing. It's not the politics to the grassroots people. It's not, and those grassroots people are the people that vote. They are the voters. Those grassroots people are the voters. They are the ones that can stay in the sun for 5 hours waiting to vote. Educated ones like me and you will not do that. We won't stay in the sun, but those people, they are committed because those politicians are close to them. Politicians have helped them several times. Politicians have given them money several times. Politicians have done a lot of things to them on the personal ground, and they are committed, and they see it's the time to pay back. And they will stay in the sun and in the rain, plus including when they have been paid already to come and vote. Educated one like me and you will not do that. It cannot win vote. It just shows that Obi has already failed. It's just the truth. When you can't get a notable name, a shaker, a mover, a driver of political game in the north, how will you get the vote of the? It's not known. So I'm not saying that what Obi is doing by bringing, this is what we need. But Nigerian people are not politically enlightened. We are not politically enlightened people across the country, particularly in the north, where you see majority of the people, languish in poverty, and people that help them or give them money
all the time, food and whatever you want to talk about are politicians, and these are the people they know, and they see them as people that help them, and not somebody from Harvard University that is not known and want to be speaking grammar. No, they won't understand this language. It's not known to them. He cannot win election.
But this guy has won 2 elections. He was a rep member and a senator.
Well, in his locality. Is it known nationally? We are just hearing about it. A lot of us, majority of us, doesn't know him, even though that we have been following politics for a very long time. We're just hearing his name for the first time. So, but we are talking about a national politics. We are not talking about a local politics. In the local government, yes, it could be known in its known local government, but we are talking about national politics. We are talking about the entire North. It's not known in the entire North, but Kwankwaso is known. Comparing with Kwankwaso, they are not much. Comparing with who again in the North? So, but a local politician that is not known at the national stage, and you are bringing him as a ticket to help you to get that vote from the North.
Lekoko, do you think it's a statement presentation rather than a presentation to win an election? Do you think this is a picture being painted by Peter Obi to say, look at this as a possibility, this is the direction of travel? So just to rebalance and repoint politics, rather than him anticipating that the guy is going to help him to also rock seat. So do you think it's a statement piece rather than a move to win elections?
Look, if he's just making a statement, that's to tell you that it's a failure. It doesn't. Why is he in a game of politics?
No, it's not a failure now. It's not just about winning elections.
What statement? Yeah. What is the statement you are trying to
win? I
I
like that picture that he has painted, Peter Obi, because I like the cut of this guy's jib. But then this guy is for somebody like me, is for somebody like you. This is the sort of person that you and I will naturally gravitate to. And Obi is inviting that, look at this as a possibility. So he's painting a pretty picture.
He's painting a picture that is not sellable to grassroots people, to the majority of people. What kind of picture is that? You're painting picture to me that cannot stay in the sun for 2 hours waiting to vote. But you are not painting picture to people that can stay in there for like, what do you call? In there for like 3-4 hours that can give you vote. So it just showed that he failed. He couldn't get an alliance from the real politicians that have people behind them that can give him the vote. And when he failed in that respect, it shows that he has already failed in the North.
Oh, all right.
He already failed in the North.
All right, thank you, Lekoko. Stay there. Let's quickly go to Alexander. You know he will just leave if we don't, because he's a busy man. But let's go to him quickly, only to come back to you. So, Alexander, of course, you've seen the presentation that Obi has made today. You cannot fail but be impressed by the new horse that he wants to straddle. Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed is his name. So I've been looking at this guy for quite a few hours now. And, it's very impressive. Everything about him, actually, he even looks presidential, is what he looks and talks presidential and presents presidentially. So, I mean, what is not to like in this new person? Would you say this is a better choice for Obi? Let's come from it at that point. Would you say this is a better choice for Obi than the red cap wearing Yam from Kano?
No. I think my brother Ajah has said it all. Pardon my manners. Good morning, everyone on the platform today. For every bad move that Peter Obi makes will be a one-up for Tinubu. I think he made the same mistake Mrs. Clinton made in America by picking a person who couldn't deliver the numbers to the Clinton campaign. And that's where we are with Peter Obi right now. Out of all of us on the platform, what's his name? Aja is the one that has that political experience, so he speaks with authority when it comes to numbers.
Sorry. That's me. I was looking at clips of this guy being presented, but carry on.
Oh, I thought you had. I thought you had all of a sudden become an Aladura prophet. So, so anyway, no, this guy is not. He's impressive, very educated, comes from the upper echelon of the northern oligarchy, but he can't deliver the numbers. Consequently, I think if Obi was a 9 out of 10 yesterday, today he dropped to 6 out of 10. Unfortunately, he couldn't garner enough support to pick a heavyweight from the north. He needs the north to win the election. If he doesn't get the north, he's neutralizing the voters in the southwest and the south to the disadvantage of Atiku, and that's why I see a path to victory for Ogati Nombo.
Sorry, Alexander. Would you personally vote for this guy? This Ahmed Yusuf Ahmed.
Voting, I like him. I would sit down and have a cup of tea with him. Would I vote for him? Because I won't vote for him because it will be a waste of my vote. He's not going anywhere. He's not.
Okay. Let me put it this way: is he the sort of person that you would like to see steering the ship of the Nigerian country?
Yes, as a minister, as a minister, not as a vice president. Yes. Yes. He's very educated. He's exposed. He went to, on paper, the best university in the world in Harvard. So he has everything that it takes. He's not a politician. He's an administrator. He was a senator in the House of Rep. Like I just said again, in his locality. It's not a national figure. And I know CBD doesn't like me saying this. Peter Obi is not a national figure. He's a regional figure. He was brought into the national space by Atiku when he was made the running mate to his campaign 4 years ago. So he needs a heavyweight in the north to win the north. This guy's not going to do it, but we need people like him in government to stir the ship around. Yes, he has what it takes.
Alexander, there are 3 strategic things wrapped into this choice that Peter Obi has made. He has made the choice of a Fulani person, which chimes with the power spaces in the north. He has made the choice of an elite northerner, and you know that elitism is the structure of society in the north. And he has made the choice of somebody that is an Islamic scholar, and religion plays a role heavily in the north. So those are 3 strategic moves that cut into the heart and soul of the north.
Yeah, true. But he doesn't have that. I don't think he can relate based on his background. I don't think he can relate to the grassroots voters. That's what you need. You need someone who can put foot on the ground and go talk to the working class and the lower class people of the northern space. This guy looks snooty. He looks like someone who can't relate to the working class people. That's my impression. I might be wrong, but I'm entitled to my opinion. He needs a grassroots politician. He needs the north. If he doesn't get the north, he can't win the presidency. He'll shake up the space, but he can't win. And this guy is not going to do it. Unfortunately, he won't do it.
All right. What do you think is in this move for this character? Is this just a debutante into high society politics? Because what do you think this guy's calculations are? This Mauritanian character. What do you think his calculations are to accede to that slot? What do you think he's looking to get out of this character?
The sense of entitlement of being a Fulani man. That's what I think it is. He's one of the most educated people in the north of Nigeria. That's what I think. I don't see anything else but that. Just a sense of entitlement just that I belong to this class of people and I can be president of Nigeria. That's all it is. But we need people who can relate. Right now, in my final assertion today, right now, we need people who can relate to the working class, the downtrodden, who can feel their pain, who can empathize, like Obi does. He empathizes. He knows what the people are going through, and he wants to do as much as possible for the working class. I don't think this guy cuts into that category. So I don't see how he's going to make inroads into the northern part of Nigeria. I really don't. But I might be wrong. But you can't mention him and Kwakanso in the same breath. He's a lightweight politician. A lightweight politician, essentially. That's what it is.
Is he even a politician, really, or just
because he's been
an intellectual?
Because he's been a senator. Yeah, I'll call him a politician. But he's a lightweight at that. He's not a big boy. He's not a Tinubu, Atiku, Kwakanso of this world. He's not. He's still learning. So you don't need that kind of person. You need him to be an administrator, to be a minister, to hold a very important position because he's a very educated person. But there's a difference between a technocrat and a politician. A politician is someone that can bring people together and win their confidence. This guy doesn't come across like that. This guy comes across like someone who I would say, I have $1 trillion. I need you to manage the funds. And I think he'll do a wonderful job. That's the way I see it.
All right. Before I let you go, Alexander, just a couple of days ago, you came to caution us that the Peter Obi wave is sweeping through all the way from Texas to Tejuosho. So you warned us about that. So are you still asking us to heed that warning, or are you asking us to pause and see how things are evolve?
No, this move, like I said in my earlier assertion, that if I woke up today I'd given Obi a 9 out of 10, needing a little bit of a push to push him over the line, this brought him down to a 6 out of 10 because this man can't deliver the numbers he needs. Obi, Peter Obi, is his brand. He's the Obama of Nigeria. I mean, he's doing wonders. People love him. I listen to him, and I don't want him to stop talking. I just want to listen to something from him because everything he says, I can relate to. But it's not about emotions. It's about the numbers. He could single-handedly win the Southeast, the South, and a bit of the Southwest, especially Lagos. But he needs a big boy to win the North. If Kwankwaso had put his pride on hold and say, okay, let Obi be the presidential candidate and I'll be his vice, which was highly unlikely to start with, I would say without a shadow of a doubt that Obi would have been the next president of Nigeria. But unfortunately, that didn't work, and that has ruined his chances of being the president. But he will shake the landscape called presidential politics come 2023. One man, let me let you continue with your show. Yeah?
All right, brilliant. Always a delight hearing from you. So that's Alexander Gomez. So back to you, Ajanle Koko. And let me take you to this place, Ajanle Koko, but if you can be a bit brief with this one. Senator Ajanle Koko, not Senator Ajanle Koko, but Senator Adeleke, who's coming up with excuses for missing the Osun State debate, telling us the dog ate his homework and all manners of ridiculousness. So why did you think this guy is? He said he was busy campaigning in the villages. That's why he could not turn up for a national debate, which the whole state would have said. So why do you think this guy cut and run? Or do you think he cut and run? And what are you making of his excuses? When the sitting governor who's asking for a second term, he was on that rostrum. So what excuse then can be possible that is campaigning in some village? What are you making of that, Ajanle Koko? But briefly on that, to you.
Let me tell you, he knew that he cannot perform well in the debate. That's why he ran away. He's just giving himself that excuse, just to tell the people of the state, Nigerians, that look, I was busy campaigning. This is a campaign schedule that this debate that have been scheduled for they didn't come up just yesterday. They've already scheduled it for over a month, and you already know. Why can't you schedule your campaign time in such a way that it won't clash with the time of debate? So he's just running away from the debate. He knew he couldn't, he won't do well, and if he should participate in the campaign and his performance is below expectation, that will give an advantage to the incumbent and some others in contention as well. So he acted like he acted smartly, like a Nigerian politician who doesn't want to embarrass themselves in a debate, just like Buhari did.
Do you think this is the harbinger of things to come in February space? Do you think this is what we are to expect from Tinubu as well? Because I'm anticipating that Tinubu will run away from every single debate that anybody tries to organize. So is this the precursor of what's to come at the presidential space as the Jagaban of DBT? He doesn't want to go on the rostrum to fall down or to be saying Agbado, Agbado.
Oh, yeah. We don't know what Tinubu will do.
Do you think he will turn up for any debates, Tinubu?
If he doesn't turn up, it's going to, it should be ready for attack from right, left, and that will tell us that he doesn't have anything to offer us. He cannot articulate his plan to Nigerian people, and that's why he's running away. And that's going to, at this present time when all of us want to hear from our leaders, it will show to us that, you know, he doesn't have anything to offer, and it's just running away from, you know, embarrassing himself. Buhari did it in 2019, running away from Atiku. So Adeleke, for doing so, I think he's just trying to, you know, not to embarrass himself at a debate stage, and not to give the opponent the opportunity to capitalize on his weakness, and not to, you know, give a setback to his party, because they are the ones that are struggling to take over power from the state, and he doesn't want to embarrass himself. He doesn't want to cause a setback for the party, and he smartly run away, saying that he went to campaign to grassroots people in the villages. But let's see what is going to happen. The state, APC is in control of that state. They are struggling to take it from APC. He has done well to run away, to save himself from embarrassment. So campaign continue, one man. Nigerian politicians, a lot of them cannot start on the debate rostrum and articulate what they have for Nigerian people. We have to encourage it. In this 2023 presidential election, we want to see debate. We want to hear from them. And whoever that runs away from debate, Nigerians should see that person as a person that does not have anything to offer. And but to the grassroots people doesn't listen to debate. It's we educated that cannot vote. We are lazy voters. I said we cannot stand in the sun for 5 hours. But grassroots people will stand in the sun all day. They want to give back to politicians that have been helping them, they're giving them money, been supporting them. They will stand in the sun. We cannot do it. The same thing in Osun State. He knew he cannot do well in the debate. He ran away. How many Osun people listened to that debate or we watched that debate? How many? Maybe less than 5%. The grassroots villagers doesn't listen to debate. They don't care. They don't listen to grammar. They don't understand grammar. What concerns them with grammar? You see? So, but the last one they did one in Yoruba. He appeared on that one.
Really?
But yeah, he appeared. They did one in Yoruba. He appeared on that one. But this one they want to do in English. He ran away from there. So he acted smart, but it's left for people of Oshun to, to decide who's going to be their next governor.
All right, brilliant. Well said. Thank you, Ajanle Koko. So thank you, Ajanle Koko. So from you, Ajanle Koko, let me go on to Victor, who makes his rare cameo appearance with us, or does he? Are you still with us, Victor?
Yeah, I am here.
Oh, all right, brilliant. Always a delight to have you. So that's Victor. So Victor, now we have a new substitution within the Peter Obi space. He has gone for an elitist northerner that is steeped in the hierarchy of that space. So what are you making of this new champion that Peter Obi is presenting? He's articulate, well presented, educated. He certainly understands Nigeria. So is this a winning formula now that has just been unveiled to us, Victor?
Well, this will be an acid test for Nigeria.
Right. So we need you to be a bit louder. Can you be a bit louder, Victor?
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me better now?
A lot better. Carry on.
Okay. So this will be a good acid test for Nigerians, and this will tell us the amount of influence that the educated can wield over the uneducated. You understand? Yeah. So for me, if left without any choice for so I think I'll go for the guy, and I think he's a good guy. He's good.
Do you think it's a better choice than Kwakwanso? Do you think it brings? Do you think it's a better choice? And if yes or no, what do you think he brings to the tickets? This chap, Datti Baba.
Okay, what I can say about him now is that he's a good businessman. At least he's successfully running.
Victor, right? people are asking you to be louder.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, better now. If you can stay at that level, that's fine. Carry on.
Okay, so I think he's a good businessman. He has done something we can see. He has started and managed a business. That's good. I think he can represent the country very well. To that level, yes, I think fine. I don't know him so much of an executionist, you understand, but talking about if he has the qualities that we should have within the presidency, I think he's a sharp brain, and yeah, I'll give him my company to run.
But to what Ajanle Koko was warning that this guy is too elitist, do you have those concerns as well? Do you share those concerns that this guy is too elitist?
No, he's not too elitist. It's someone has to know better to be able to show other people better. He just knows better. He's just educated. I don't see being educated as being too elitist. You know, he's just educated. He has run for office. He has won. Probably he may have run against somebody who we think is more grounded. You understand? So we can't really judge. And actually, what is happening in the political space now has hardly happened before. You know, so it's actually very, very difficult for someone to make projections with what we are seeing really now. You know, I was only able to get my own PVC just 2 days ago. It has been a hustle, you know, so there is a shift, and everything we can do now is just speculate. But truthfully, is he the kind of guy I want to see as? And I've actually heard other analysts who say the best fighting forces.
Sorry, that's Bartholomew, but carry on. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
carry on. But Bartholomew, mute yourself before I bring you on. But carry on. Yeah, carry on.
So he is my ideal vice president, and yeah, among the ones I've seen,
all
yes,
right. Are you more confident now that you have this guy in situation, or were you more confident when you had Kwakwanso as a consideration? So are you confident now that you have this guy in situation? Yeah.
Funny enough, I never expected Peter Obi and Kwakwanso to merge. I never did. You know, that would look like bringing a Buhari of 2015 and asking him to come and be your vice. I didn't see that coming. I didn't. It was just in the air, but I knew it. I thought it wouldn't work. You know, yeah. And even if
you think this
he
guy
wanted to be the vice, he would have lost followers.
No, yes. Do you think this guy adds to the Peter Obi momentum? Do you think he just satiates a particular sort of chattering class that follows Peter Obi? So do you think he enhances Peter Obi? Do you think he just plateaus the Peter Obi ticket as somebody that fits but doesn't add or remove? Or do you think he removes from Peter Obi? So does he enhance, plateau, or reduce this character? Datti Yusuf.
He enhances him in a different way, and probably doesn't in some other ways. You know, yeah. His crowd may not be exactly the same crowd Yeson Wike will carry. His crowd may not necessarily be the kind of crowd that a Kwakwanso will carry. You know, so he enhances him. If you come to a debate and you have Peter Obi and you have this guy as the vice, I don't know what any other person wants to say. That's in a way where he enhances him. You know, yeah. But,
in a vice presidential, in a vice presidential debate between this character, let's say El Rufai, wingmanning Tinubu, and Okowa, how do you think this guy will come out in a vice presidential debate between him, Okowa, and El Rufai?
Yeah, even if you double them, he will floor them. This guy is articulate. Let's just give him that one. Even if we don't give him the popularity, he's just intelligent. You know, so there is his strength. Not being so popular may be his weakness. Yeah, but we don't know what is going to happen in the coming days. You know, yeah. So to that point, no, he.
All right, we're losing you somewhat, Victor.
You cannot.
All right. You seem to have dipped out, Victor. So, are you there?
Oh, sorry, a call came in.
No, I think we've lost Victor somewhat. All right, Victor. So thank you, Victor. I think we got the thrust of what Victor was trying to put across. So let's go on from Victor to Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, you unabashedly Peter Obi person. Are you more emboldened now with this character in situation? Datti Yusuf Ahmed Baba, what are you making of him, Emmanuel?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, like you said, I'm very impressed, and to me, for this political space, what is happening in political space now is, to me, is unprecedented. You know, I have never seen it before. I'm like 30 years now, but this kind of caliber of men that coming up and Peter B speaking is something that you know, that we normally watch from
America.
That, thank you. The big country and all that. So we are just happy that we are beginning to see such kind of caliber of men in Nigeria, and we are very, very optimistic and very, very hopeful that Nigeria might, you know, work again. To be honest with you, this is what we are looking for: people that are articulate, people that are sincere, people that has.
Is it the English speaking that impresses you, or his record? And if it's his record, what is it? Is it the English speaking that seduces
No,
you?
not the English. I think it's his record, what he has been able to achieve as a person. He's a philanthropist, and he owns university. I think two universities, one in Abuja here, Bez University, and
Atuku owns a university in Adamawa now. He also
yeah,
a
I know.
philanthropist. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I know. So, and if we check the record of his school in a Bez University, this man is the tribalized person. Like if you check his the people that hold the hem of that school, you will see Yoruba, you will see Igbo, you will see different tribe. So the man is just center, and I love the product that P2B is speaking. To be honest with you, and
Do you think it's a better or worse choice than Kwakwanso?
well, based on popularity, Kwakwanso has a higher I think I'll give it to Kwakwanso based on popularity, because this man is not well known to the core north. Though he has been once a senator and he represented his constituency.
Zaria. Yeah, he was a senator in Zaria.
So, and pretty much, if he heard some people saying, they say that the man did well and all the stuff like that. But I don't know about other part of the northern states, like Kano, other.
I've never heard of him before Peter Obi presented him. I've never heard of him before.
I think when I heard him, when I went to do some research in Bay University, and I know, the chancellor of that school. So that was when I know about him. So, and that's when I discovered that he is a philanthropist, and his school in the north, there was a school, I forgot the name of that school in the north. Majorly, that school is based on scholarship. So he was giving people scholarship for that school. So
Where do you think he made his money? Where do you think he made his money from at age 45, owning all these things?
Well, this man is from a rich family, very big family, like very influential family.
Right.
So yeah, but I don't really know which I have to dig out where he makes so much money, because at that stage, well, he's a businessman. He's a businessman. Huh?
I say he's a businessman.
Yes, he's a businessman. So of course, maybe a family supported him, back then when he's younger and all that. And his elder brother is well known.
What do you mean when he's younger? He's 45. When is he younger? 45 is young now. So when he was
no,
younger,
I mean like when he was in school or something, when he was growing up, maybe there were a lot showing support to him and all stuff. Even well known in the north, the one that senior him direct. I think he also one of the
one that is always telling us that the north will dominate us for life. The Akim Baba-Ahmed.
So they're all well known. So, but see, that popularity is what we are actually trying to see between now to December. If he can come down to the level of the electorate, the grassroots electorate, you understand, talk to them, use their language, talk to them, tell them what he can do for them, just like what P2B said.
Who is the winner in this equation? Is Datti Ahmed, is he the winner? Is P2B a winner, or are they symbiotically winning, rubbing off each other? Is this a symbiotic win? Or is this guy just the winner just for being brought into prominence from obscurity?
Well, this will add value to Datti. Honestly, it will add value because coming up now and P2B picking him by this time will make him very popular, even across not just in Nigeria, across the nations. You understand? Because Obi's narrative, Obi message it has gone beyond Nigeria, to be honest with you. So him picking him as a vice president will make him. You know, he came out 2019 as a presidential candidate under PDP. So nobody even noticed that time. Nobody noticed him. But now, after this whole election, he will be well known across the globe.
All right, it's certainly well known now, and I like the way he presents. By the way, Let me tell you what really impresses me. He has a quick wit. And if you listen to this, it tells you that it's a man that thinks quickly on his feet. So listen to him here, and you see how sharp he is.
The compliment is not very. I know. A good morning again. It's not too much.
To go and find car. So that you will be
there is a crown there already.
You see that on the spot thinking. So that's a sharp mind right there.
Yeah.
You know, he saw that moment and he cited something very clever. So really a sharp mind, yeah.
Like nobody was even thinking that angle, but he was able to point it out that you don't need to worry yourself that you're already grounded.
Yeah, but that was on the moment, so it wasn't rehearsed or anything. They were just joking around, and he threw quick wit. So that tells you that's a sharp mind. Yeah.
What we are saying, our fear now is if we can come down to the electorate level, you understand, because this man is very educated, and but he did it in Zaria. He was able to communicate to the electorate. I think he can do it again, communicate to the northern and the core north, because I am sure that Obi has been able to convince some part of
Zaria is home soil now. Zaria is home soil for him, so I don't think Zaria is anything.
No. What I'm saying that since being educated, like you know, being in that high horse, you know, coming down to the electorate to tell them what he can do for them and how, you know, he will achieve his aim when elected. You know, they were able to vote. They voted for him, and he was able to emerge as a winner. So what I'm saying that if he was able to achieve that, you know, goal, that he can as well, since he has been unveiled today, you know, start from that grassroots, go around with P2B, speak their language to them, tell them stuff, and you know, he has a convincing tones when you listen to him, like P2B. P2B has a very convincing tones. You know,
he has a convincing tone to somebody like you, but do you think he has a convincing tone to the Talakawa?
Yeah, even the Talakawa are beginning to buy as an accept him now. Some part, to be honest with you, one man.
You don't think he will come? You don't think he will come across to the Talakawas as being too educated, too aloof?
Well, I don't know. You know, for the fact that he doesn't speak Hausa, you guys, right? So that's why he needs someone that understands this.
No. I mean, the Datti Baba-Ahmed. You don't think he will come across to the Talakawas in the north as being too educated, too aloof?
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, that he needs to come down from the horse. He needs to come down to their level, just the way he did it when he was running as a senator and they voted for him. He should come down and to the level of this electorate, tell them what they want to hear, give them that listening tools. You guys, right? I think he's going to do that. He's going to become, when the campaign, like P2B said, that he's going to bring out his manifesto that is going to cover the 6 political zones, that since he has gotten his a running mate, now they can talk about manifesto. So he said when you bring the manifesto, that they will take it around. So him going with P2B will be speaking to this electorate. You know, P2B does not speak Hausa. He will come down to the level of this electorate. He will tell them what P2B has said and what he has to say to them, because he has been able to do it before in Zaria. 2 times he was a senator and a House of Representative in Zaria. So he was able to win 2 times in that place. So he also has this, you know, convincing tool, like I told you, for the fact that I think he has the religion background is very strong, and he has this light of Fulani, some sort of an Hausa combination and stuff like that. So there's a lot we need to consider here, because P2B is very strategic when picking this man, because there's a lot of combination that is going to help him convince the North.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel. So thank you, Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, for reasons of time, let me go on to Josephat, who joins us. But before I come to you, Josephat, Joseph K is saying greetings to you, Ovie, on politics. So Ovie's fan club super chatting to hail him. So the Orisas, I think you paid this guy to super chat that. Nobody likes you, Ovie. So why is this person pretending to like you? It says, greeting to you, Ovie, on politics. So thank you for the super chat, Joseph. So from Joseph, let's go on to Josephat. So Josephat, are you there?
Mama, stop hating.
Stop hating. Look at that. So good to have you, Josephat. I know you've been trying to come in for a good while. So good to have you at last and to hear from you. There's only one topic of discussion, of course. The man from Anambra now wanting to spread his wings nationwide. He's trying to straddle a Fulani elitist from Kaduna State. So he substitutes Donyi Okokwe for Datti Yusuf Ahmed. So what are you making of this substitution? What are you making of this character? What do you think he brings to the Obi ticket? And is he a better choice than Kwakwanso? So to that, Josephat.
Okay, thank you. I wanna use this opportunity to say hello to the host and also to the panelists. You know, the thing about this Obi pick is this. I've heard the guy speak, and the guy speaks intelligently. You know, I've heard him talk about the economy of Nigeria because right now Nigeria needs a change, and the change is not going to come from all these old politicians. I know Tinubu is a big politician. Atiku is a big politician, but do we really need them? Just look at Tinubu. Tinubu is a sick man. You see, I'm not saying he's not brilliant. He's really brilliant, but at his age, he should go and rest. Because if you see him, I've heard Tinubu, you know, people criticize Tinubu all the time. I say, okay, let me take my time and listen to this guy. I've taken my time listening to Tinubu. Come on, sometimes he just derails. He doesn't even know what he's saying. You understand? So I think Nigeria at this point doesn't need people like Tinubu. For Atiku has been there. Like I've been listening to this program for almost like 2 years now. And every time I want to come in, it's always difficult for me to come in because I stay in China. Ni hao. Hello.
Yeah, I'm saying ni hao to you. Ni hao.
Yeah, ni hao. Yeah. So I live in China. See, woman, you need to come to China and see the magic in this country. This is no like. Sometimes I walk around China and say, "Wow, what is happening to Africa? Africa is like a dead zone." I said, come on, Africans, wake up. And the one of the things that has put Africans down and has destroyed Africa is religion. Religion has really destroyed us. Because if you see all these things happening in the north, happening everywhere in Nigeria, it's all about religion. Look at the pastors, the religious leaders scamming our people. So we need somebody that can put us in a place like, at least this is the 21st century, for crying out loud. We need somebody that can articulate something. I know Obi might not the best. Like for me, my pick is Showore. You know why I like Showore? Showore is a rugged man. Showore is somebody that can, like, he's not somebody that you can just push around. He's a man of himself. But Showore doesn't have the political base. Like, he doesn't have the people. He doesn't have, well, I say he doesn't have the structure just like Obi. But
it doesn't have mass appeal.
Exactly. Why I'm looking towards Obi is this. Is Obi going to perform magic in Nigeria? No. But is he going to try? He's going to try his best. At least put Nigeria in a place where we can have a fresh, like we can have a fresh air. We can breathe something new. But these old politicians are not going to do it for us. Like I heard on your program, somebody was saying, Tinubu is going to pick the best. Where are the best? Who is he going to pick from? Is it Arigbeshola? Or is he going to pick? Come on, these people are just. See, the thing is that
hold on, Josephat. He discovered Derek Bechola, he discovered Ambode, he discovered Oshibajo. So I don't think I don't think you are being kind to say that he doesn't know how to spot talent.
One man. The thing is that one man. Do we have leaders that will think? You see, one man. You know, you are in the UK, like you are in the UK where they built for like 100 years ago, or maybe 50 or 60 years ago.
Is that not what Tinubu is doing, building the future in Lagos?
No, the thing is, you see, one man. Tinubu, I'm not taking away anything from Tinubu. Tinubu is an intelligent man, but at this point, Tinubu cannot do anything.
Why do you say that? He's only 70. What do you mean he's old? He's only 70.
No. Come on, one man.
He's only 9 years older than Peter Obi. He's 9 years older than Peter Obi.
One man, you and me have watched Tinubu closely. Tinubu is older than that.
No, he's not older than that. He's abused his body, yes. I mean, look at Charlie Boy now. Charlie Boy, hold on.
One man, his daughter is 61 years.
No, don't worry. The daughter is not 61 years. The Charlie Boy looks like a 50-year-old man. He's 70-something. So it's DNA now and how you use your body.
One man. See, we Africans who have strong body. We Africans, even when we get to the age
not
of
when
70,
you abuse not when you abuse your body. Tinubu is a drinker, smoker, Igbo, Bana, everything. If you abuse your body, then you end up like Tinubu now.
You think Charlie Boy doesn't smoke, Igbo, doesn't drink, doesn't do all
yeah, but the Charlie Boy Bala is genetics as well. It's genetics as well. Does Charlie Boy Does Charlie Boy look like a 70-year-old man to you? If you saw Charlie Boy,
he doesn't.
If it tells you he's 50, would you argue?
No. Even Charlie Boy. The day Charlie Boy said he was 70, I was shocked. You know.
Yeah. If he says he's 50, if he says he's 50, would you argue?
I wouldn't.
Neither would I. So it's genetics now. So, but
no, the thing is that you see, apart from, see, I like Tinubu. You understand? I see when we talk about Tinubu's development of Lagos. Come on, Lagos was the former capital of Nigeria. Let's leave that one alone. Do you see Jakonde? I will always respect Jakonde even till he's dead now, but I still owe him a lot. I went to Jakonde school. During Jakonde time, Jakonde put schools in every county of Lagos. Like even on Dustbin Dump, you built schools there. His healthcare, all this blue rail, green rail they are doing in Lagos, that they are making it as if it's an El Dorado. Jakonde wanted to do it. If Jakonde has gotten 8 years, he will finish up all those things. Jakonde is somewhere. Look at Jakonde Estate. It's still standing. Look at all these people. They will go and build. Like now, they said Nigerian population is exploding. But look at our politicians building bungalows. And you kind of think, are these people thinking straight at all? See, in China has the population. China is not building anything. China is building high rise, 20-story, 30-story building. You know, that's what they're doing.
China is building China is building ghost towns. All of the towns they are building, they are derelict now. Nobody lives there.
One man, you need to just visit China. When you visit China, you know that our politicians are just lunatics. I'm telling you, just visit China. You see, I came to this country. I have a friend that came to this country 20 years ago to Guangzhou. I know Guangzhou will be familiar with, to you. Guangzhou. Yeah, this guy said when they came to Guangzhou, they had only one flyover bridge, one bridge when he came. Now it's almost 30. They have spilled rails. They have everything you can think of. Subway, everything. You see that this country is moving. But in Nigeria, every time they sit on a project, look at Ajopita Steel Industry that will have opened up the space. They're still crawling, you know. So we need. I'm not saying Obi is the best. I'm not saying the guy they brought in, his running mate is the best. You understand? But at least
what are you making of the argument that Obi is too experimental? Do we need an experimental president at this phase of the Nigerian?
I know a lot of people have thrown a lot of things on Obi, you know, Obi is this, Obi is that. But see, the old politicians, what have they done? They've not done much. Let's give these people, you see, Obi is just, will I say, is a pathway towards the the real people that will
But
save Nigeria.
what has Obi done himself? Is just so fine. He wants to use fine boy. Is it fine boy politics?
No, no, no.
Is
Young man,
it
I
fine
understand.
boy? And he went and got himself
has
another fine boy. Is it fine boy politics?
no. Obi has not done much. When you think of the other ones, they build their political structure over the years. But the thing is that we mustn't just rely on these old structures and be recycling them. And see, Nigeria is gone. If you don't economically, we are gone. We need somebody to revive the economy for once, and so that we can at least Nigerians create openings for job creation. We don't have it. If we go and put Emilokon now, Emilokon, what will he do? One, Tinubu is an intelligent man, but Tinubu is not healthy. Tinubu will just be like Buhari. Every time he's going for medical treatment, every time he's going, and we're going to live with that for another 4 years or 8
No,
years.
if you appoint the right persons in the right positions, then it won't matter if it's on medical
No,
something or not.
everybody keep on saying we need to build strong institutions, and strong institutions is very good because one, if the president is not around, things will be moving. Just look at, you see, I was praying when the APC were doing their primary. I was praying so that Osibanjo will go in. If Osibanjo had been in this race, come on, everybody would know Osibanjo is well experienced. He's an intellectual. He has everything going for him. But I don't know why APC made that mistake of bringing Tinubu. I just don't know.
All right, thank you, Josepha. So, Josepha, it's good to hear from you at last. I know you've been wanting to share your thoughts, but as you know, the afternoon sessions always are very short. We've even gone past the usual time. But let me go on quickly from you to Ovie, who joins us. So, Ovie, let me come to you. So, the Fulani Mauritanian, who is an Islamic expert, is the person that Peter Obi is now using. That's the final piece in the puzzle to have the Anambra person as the president of Nigeria. So at last, Kwakwanso abandoned for the Mauritanian guy. So what are you then making then of this presentation by Peter Obi?
Mama, why do you have to set me up like that? Well, to me, I think this is a ticket that is set up to fail for obvious reasons. And I think, let me start by saying Mr. Gomez was alluding to the fact that Hillary Clinton's running mate was what, led to his, he had not winning the ticket. I kind of quite agree with him on that. Hillary Clinton went and peeled Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine was the former governor of Virginia, currently a senator in the Foreign Committee. And Tim Kaine was Obama's favorite. That's what Obama wanted to be his running mate. But the experienced people come in, the establishment of the party come in and give somebody who is more experienced, which is a current president. What's his name? Biden. The same thing with Trump. Trump wanted Chris Christie, former governor of New Jersey, but they work like that. They have to bring somebody who can appeal to a larger majority, which is the Christian majority. Then that's what inspired Ken. Obi picking Datti is a setup to fail. I mean, you ask a question that who is this pick favor? Of course, it's Datti. Datti is the future of the North, by extension, the future of Nigeria. Just picture him in 8 years' time, by 2031. He will be fully blown to not just the Northerners, but we, the Southerners, the younger people, which will be claimed to be speaking to. He's speaking to the future. I said that to say, in politics, there are two types of currency in politics. Currency of votes, which that's what me and you can offer, who doesn't really worth much. Then there's currency of money, which, as you know, money buy everything, including the votes. So that is missing. Ajaliko said something that I agree with too. The man is not a grassroots politician, he's not rooted. That is what I expect Obi to go for. Get somebody who is older than him, who is more experienced, who know in and out of not just the North, but every aspect of the country. But I understand why he can't get that because, as I said, it's a.
Do you think this choice is an act of desperation? Do you think they ran out of options? Because when they couldn't get Kwakwanso, that closed the class of politicians to them. Because Ibrahim Shekarau, he will not come and be Peter Obi's running mate when Kwakwanso has said no. So all of the seniors of that ilk, as soon as Kwankwaso says no, they remove themselves. So he had to pivot. And we did say severally on this platform that it will pivot in this direction. The person he's presenting is very impressive, but really, is it an act of desperation?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily out of desperation, but they have bossed Obi and Tinubu to the corner that they don't really have a choice other than what is presented to them. Who is behind this is our uncle Obasanjo. Who Obasanjo went to? He went to the elders, the elite of the north, to give him somebody, and they give him their son, his future. So they know. So that's why I say it's a setup. It's set up to fail. So I mean, among all the 4 presidential candidates we speak, Obi is the least experienced one among all of them. Then you now went ahead and picked somebody who is even more least experienced than you. That says a lot about that old ticket and the party. So yes, it's not necessarily out of desperation, but what choice does he have? The North have already made up their mind where they are headed. So what choice does he have? They have to give him what is available. So it's as I said, it's just there to promote Datti. Datti is the future, not just it, as I said, but for the country. So what
do you think Datti's game is? Is it Datti or Datti or Yusuf Baba-Ahmed? What do you think he's looking to gain out of this? Is it essentially just to bring himself to national prominence? Is that what? Because I don't think he feels that he's going to be the vice president of Nigeria. I suspect, but
no, of course, that's why I said he's the winner. I mean, this pick, he's the winner. He's the future. So he has years ahead of him. The experience is there. He's appealing to the young people already, which in the next 10, 20 years, now we will be the chieftain of this party that we are talking about. So yes, it's a very good, it's a win-win for him. They are introducing him now to the other part of the country, which most of us, a lot of people don't even know him other than those who are following politics, that actually know that the name.
I have to say, I've never heard of the guy in my life until a little ago. I follow politics a little bit as well, but if you
follow politics, then you should do it. I think for the past 4 years, I've never missed Akeredolu. Was it news like this?
Oh, the chap, yeah. So yeah.
Yes, I've never missed any of his episodes. So I've heard him speak when he was running for president. For 2019, so I know him. But
his last political office was held under CPC, which of course is the Buhari party. So he now wants to come and
it's a Buhari protege now. So they breed them, not they breed them for the future. So in order not to say no to Obi, we have to give him somebody that can actually be win-win for them. But again, as I said, Obi if you ask Obi where his consequences, he could tell in the youth, which to me can't even claim that is speaking to the youth, because if you not you cannot put a number to the amount of youth you are speaking to. You are just speaking out of thin air. But again, right from day one, I used to tell people that.
Sorry, just a fact. Okay, I'll let you make one comment, but I must move on. I only have 10 minutes left. But, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let me push on. So let me push on from you as well, Ovi. Really, just for reasons of time. But let me go from you to Emilokon. So Emilokon joins us. So Emilokon, are you there? All right, we don't have
if what's his name? If Tinubu would have picked him, it would have been a very, very solid ticket. Because of his experience, his older, and I can appeal to the older people. People are forgetting the traditional rulers of our country. Those are the pillars of our society. Tell me how Obi and Dama will go sit down for what's his name? My Oba of Benin, Abi Olu of Wari, or Emi Africano. How they want, they will just look and say, okay. Nothing get time. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back again. That's how they were.
If Tinubu picks him, it doesn't bring anything to Tinubu's ticket. But if Tinubu brings him, it will counterweight Peter Obi's narrative, because he's more articulate than Peter Obi. He's younger than Peter Obi, and the demographic. You'll see how we are all delighting in him.
It would have been better.
The Ajebota classes, they will rhyme with him heavily, because it's one of them. Yeah, it's because it's an Ajebota too, but.
Peter Obi would have, well, as I said, you no get choice, no be fault. That what did they give I ain't go accept at this point. So it's a setup game, yeah.
All right, brilliant. So, Emilokon, so we are now from Mauritania with love. They tell us we have a 200 million plus population, but that wasn't even sufficient enough to satiate Peter Obi's want for a vice president. He's traveled far and wide and is landed an Arab from Mauritania to come and sit in Aso Rock. So, what are you then making of this Islamist choice made by the man from Anambra?
Well, thank you, Oman, and good evening to everybody on the panel and the listeners. Oh my, I think he one way or the other, maybe I would just say that he can only do with what he has. That's just it. And I do not fault his choice, and I think even though it might look like maybe it doesn't seem right, as I've heard the panelists discuss that maybe should have gone for someone who is more experienced, or in terms of the politics. But the thing is that the whole game now, it's an uneven game. You don't know how it's going to go. You can't predict the outcome, so it's better that it throws. It's a worthy risk.
You see, whatever the game is, it's still a game of votes, is it not? Ultimately, so
Yes,
what does this character bring in terms of that? What does he bring? Because the people that this guy is speaking to are the people that Obi have already captured. People like you and I who like to see something well articulated, well presented, and structured. So, what new thing is this guy bringing to Peter Obi?
Well, I think the fact that he's northerner, he's part of the elite. I find it might not be, but you can't really say if he's not really grassrooted. He might not be a grassroots person, but he's representing a grassroots family. He's representing at least for someone to have won seats on 2 occasions. Definitely, if he's not even the one who did the work, he has some people around him who can also do that work. So I think that it represents the North too as well. So there's nothing that if it doesn't bring anything at all, the fact that he's from there, is one way or the other, he'll still bring a little bit of votes. But the thing is, nobody's giving Obi the chance. That is one thing. Nobody's giving, because based on trends so far, what we've seen in the past, we know that it would be a hard call for we to say truly Obi should win. But we are only betting on it because of the desperation of the Nigerian people. What people have seen so far in the past 7 years have made it has made people to feel like, okay, we need to really look at who we are voting in for these positions, and maybe that can twerk it to Obi's favor, but it is not certain. So there's nothing to risk about this, in my opinion. That's just it.
Do you think this guy enhances Peter Obi's chances more than Kwakwanso would have done? So do you think it's a better choice in terms of voter numbers than Kwakwanso?
So no, Kwankwaso would have been a better choice, but he has shown that he can't really play the game. It has to be him alone, and that is quite selfish in my opinion. So, but Kwankwaso would have been a better choice for Obi, because after all, he's already tested and trusted in that regard, and so he knows how to play the game. So he can navigate the challenges much more. He can anticipate the challenges even much more than this present guy that we're talking about. So Kwankwaso would have been a far better choice, in my opinion. But well, it's a game of politics, and it's still a worthy risk for me, in my opinion, for me to go for him, since there is no other person he could have gone for that we have seen so far. So that's just it.
All right, brilliant. Well put. So again, Emilokon, for reasons of time, let me go from you to Joel as we come to the towards the end. So Joel, are you still there?
I'm here.
All right, brilliant. Good to have you, Joel. Good to have you. So you're going to have your hair cut, you were saying. So look at that. All the babes in America, they're in trouble. But it looks as though the electorates in Nigeria are in trouble as well. Peter Obi has gone to bag himself a fine boy from Mauritania who speaks English as well. So what are you then making then of this Sharia jurisprudence expert that Peter Obi has alongside him? What do you think it brings to Peter Obi electorally?
Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. It's a good day for Nigeria. It's a good day for the black race. It's a good day for everyone that believes in democracy. It's a good day for everyone that believes in anyone that is cerebral to be their leader. It is a good day for those that love people that are sincere in government. It's a good day for the progressives. It's a good day for everyone that stood for fairness in Nigeria. It is a good day. Honorable Senator Datti, I have been following him, but I would not say as much I would follow a Tinubu or an article, but I paid attention in 2019 when he came up to vie for the position of the presidency under the PDP. I was listening to him, and you see, they say that the words of man are the words of God. When you see the intention of someone, one man, if I see you, I know that if I have met you before now, or I met any of you, I will always see that thing in you, like trying to do. You might have started telling me about this stuff you're trying to do. That is how you see people. That is how they speak, words into action. Those are the kind of people we need in Nigeria. Peter Obi is not going to deviate from what he has been telling us. This guy cannot deviate so much. Even if he deviates, it's not going to be too much from what he's been telling us.
Joel, do you think the choice of this? Joel, do you think the choice of this guy is pretty much preaching to the converted? So he's preaching to the converted because the people that this guy will appeal to are the people that Peter Obi already appeals to anyway. People of a certain level of education, people of a certain type of worldview, and people that want to see the country point in a certain type of direction. So the people that this guy will appeal to are people that Peter Obi already appeals to. So what new thing then would you suggest that this guy brings to the ticket?
If these people that Peter Obi are speaking to, if we have about 60, 70 of them coming out to vote for Peter Obi across the nation, he will win the election. Who are we talking about? We are talking about ASU. We are talking about the out of university students. We are talking about out of school students. We are talking about pensioners. We are talking about the Amajiris. We are talking about the Iberos. Who are we talking about? We are talking about real people. We are talking about the dollar is $615, $615 naira to a dollar. Are you buying it any cheap where you are?
No, we know the problems. What we're talking about is the solution, yeah.
The solution is what I'm telling you. Why it must be them. All these trivial issues, we have to push it aside and make sure we attack the issue head on. Look,
do you think this Datti Baba, do you think he will appeal to the masses, to the Talakawas?
Look, let me tell you, the Talakawas are Nigerians. They don't live. The
Talakawas are Nigerians, but they speak a particular language. But does Datti Baba-Ahmed, does he speak their language? Does he speak the language of the, or is it too elitist?
There are two languages in Nigeria: hunger and prosperity.
Right.
Which side do you belong to? If you belong to prosperity, maybe. If you have the love of people, then you can donate what you have.
Let me interject.
Do you see the question though? So don't campaign. The question
Mama,
is,
can I interject for it?
yes, interject. But let me put the question to Joel, and then you tag it on, and then he'll answer it. The question is, this guy is impressive. We are all impressed, but is an elite. It's a privileged guy from the ivory towers, from the silver spoon set. Even his look, demeanor, and presentation and oratory, all elitist. So will he rhyme with the grassroots, downtrodden, dirt poor? Is the thing. But Ovie add on to that, and you address that, and then I have to shut it down. Yeah.
Joel, no matter how progressive, how great your policies and ideas are, if you don't win the power, they are useless. So when it comes first, before your ideas, that's what I want to say.
Okay. So first and foremost, I over on a lighter note, just like jokingly, I don't want to discuss Kwankwaso because Kwankwaso, even though I respect what he has done, but Kwankwaso would have been a lazy pig. And why I say it's going to be a lazy pig was that he already has a group, right? So with Tahiti, they will have to work to talk to every cadre. Now they got the young people. Now they have to go to the older people. Every level. I know we are talking about if they appeal to the downtrodden. Why not? You speak their language. They speak their language. You see, we make this thing look like, the people there are just there. I know. Those are the people that will be bought. But what we are saying is this. With him, the language will be more heard by those or by every strata of the society. So I am not really bothered if they're going to get the message. Look, one North is a scam. Look, the North is divided. Tinubu might go for a Muslim ticket. Look, this election is going to be one like we've never seen before. It's going to be Wazobia. I do not care what is going on out there, the way people are talking about him. When I have been in elections, when I see a movement, I respect it. This movement is a moving train. And it's a train to deliver, it's on its way to deliver Nigeria to prosperity. And anyone that will stand in its way will be pushed aside. We will not crush you. Right. We will push you aside and teach you how the destination where we are headed to. And I hope Nigerians will embrace this combo to give us and the black man a wonderful place to go home to. Thank you very much.
All right. Well put. Excellently put as always, Joel. So, Joel and everyone, I have something that is time barred that I have to go do. So I have to just dash out just sharpish and very quickly. I will dash like rational mind always dashes. So only to reconvene for later to have you on again and discuss this thing at a fuller length. So thank you, Ovie, Saki Father, Exiro, Joel of Nashville, Emilio Khan, who comes under Emilio Khan, but is an obedient, and of course the mighty Ajan Lekoko and peace. So thank you guys. Later.